What is up, guys? Good old-fashioned cola back here for some more. Yeah, that already starting off terribly. Back here for some more Animal Crossing City Folk. Let's check out the mail here. 198 bells, and probably Cody moved. Yep, see you later. Peace out, Girl Scout, and all that jazz. So we're back here after my nice long hiatus that I always take after a video, because I just can't ever do anything consistently. So starting off here, we've got the list. We can talk about shit, because I have a voice, and I can do that. I'd considered actually not playing City Folk and actually starting a New Leaf Let's Play, but I was like, one, the market for that is so fucking saturated, no one would watch my shit. And two, would I actually keep up with it? Probably not. So I was just like, fuck it, let's just continue on with City Folk. I've been playing a lot of Mario Kart recently. This isn't even on the talking points list, but I figured I'd just throw it out there. And fucking Black Shy Guy with, what is the cart? It's like a little ladybug cart. That shit flies. If you are trying to just have nothing but like acceleration, you get a little bit of speed with it, but it's mostly just huge acceleration, and it's like super low weight. Like you can't even control it on 200cc. And Piranha Plant in Smash, he is definitely OP, because I used to main K. Rool, he got nerfed massively, and then after that I was like, fuck, now I need a new main. And then once Piranha Plant came along, I was like, ooh, I'm digging me some Piranha Plant. So I went to Florida recently. That's something that I can talk about, because I went to Orlando and stayed there for like 2 days with, it was me and Shelly, and we, shut the fuck up, that's probably her. So we went to Epcot, and that was fucking fun, because I went to Japan. Like, it's all set up in little countries, if you didn't know. And I went to Japan, and I got beer and snacks, and I felt like I was back in Japan, which then leads me to say that I would like to plan a new trip there in the end of May, beginning of June, because it's like right after a bunch of concerts. Like I'm seeing Pac, and I'm seeing, who the fuck else have I bought tickets for? Knuckle Puck, and fuck, there was somebody else. Oh, Heart Attack Man. I'm going to their release show for Fake Blood, and I feel like there was somebody after Pac, but I don't know. What was I talking about? Oh, Tokyo. But Florida. I was talking about a lot of fucking things. Why can't I just stick with one topic? Florida was fun. The beach was super fucking nice. Orlando was nice. Well, I was surprised at how smoothly the trip went, because usually when me and Shelly go to places like closer, like Pittsburgh, Columbus for like shows and stuff, we kind of bicker. We're two strong-willed people, and we both are hotheads, so it's to be expected. We've bickered for the 3 years that we've been together, so it's not a big surprise. But we didn't really bicker in Florida, so that was really fun. And it was her first time flying, so she was a little bit nervous, but which leads me to this. The fucking flight home was in a goddamn thunderstorm, and I thought for sure we were done. I thought that was it. We were gonna fucking die, because there was so much turbulence, and then all of a sudden all I see is like fucking lightning out the window, and she is like starting to freak out, and I'm like, no, they've got this down to a science. We'll be fine, we're safe, blah blah blah. And meanwhile in my head I'm like, oh my fucking god, what's going on? It's like, I hope this fucking pilot knows what the fuck he's doing. But obviously we good. I'm here recording for a fucking rare moment. And so then Japan, they do flights from Cleveland to Hong Kong, and me and my dad are like, ooh, fucking Hong Kong, let's go to Hong Kong, for like, I think it was like $700 to $800, and then the flight from Hong Kong to Tokyo is like $300. So all in all, you can do it for like $1,000 to $1,100, which was about how much we paid last time, airfare wise. So we're looking at that, and right now I'm having a lot of trouble there having a lot of trouble picking a 4-year university to go to, because I'm just about done with my associates at a community college. So maybe somebody in the comments can have a suggestion on what I should do. I have the option between Cleveland State, which is in downtown Cleveland. It's like, I don't mind driving downtown. I have a lot of fun. I go to concerts all the time. I go to the Cavs. I fucking do a bunch of shit downtown, so it doesn't bother me to go downtown. They are just such like a pain in the ass school. None of the counselors talked to each other when I was trying to set up stuff, and they like had no idea what I had on file already. Like, they had built no file for me at all, even though I was all registered and enrolled and shit. Well, I wasn't enrolled in classes, but I'm not too familiar with how that shit works, if there should have been communication or not. But every story I've ever heard about Cleveland State has been negative, and it's like filled with stuff like that, where like you're running around in circles spewing the same information out to 17 different counselors, because you can't have just one. You have to have a billion fucking different counselors and people trying to help you. They just make everything really hard. But Lake Erie College is in Jabumfuck. Well, not Jabumfuck. It's on the outskirts of Cleveland. It's my domain. But it just seems like a expanded version of where I'm going right now. And I've heard nothing but great things about it. So it's a private college, and it's like a lot more money. But they're willing to throw a bunch of like grants and stuff at me, so I don't really know what to do. I'm just caught in that. And I'm going for history at both places, like either one I choose. And Cleveland State definitely has the better classes. Like, they offer a lot of Asian history, which I feel like isn't taught as much as it should be in high school and like most colleges. But and they offer Japanese too, and I have to have a foreign language requirement. So I was like, ooh, I'll fucking do that. But Lake Erie, in terms of classes, that's a negative. It's mostly like European stuff, and I'm like, I'm so overdone with fucking American and European history. Don't teach me that shit. Tell me some Middle Eastern, some African, some Asian, please. Which is like a requirement over at Cleveland State, that you have to take stuff like that. You have to fill it like 12 credits or something with shit like that. I think it's more than 12. I think it's like 24. But either way, I'm all game for that. But other than that, there's a few shows that I've been to recently. Like, who have I seen? I saw State Champs and Grayscale. They came to the House of Blues, and I won tickets to that, which was fucking sweet. And I had agreed to take a shift at work. And then I looked at my boss, and I was like, I actually can't take that. I'm sorry. And I felt fucking terrible about it. But then you caught my ass in the pit for when fucking State Champs was on, and I didn't give a fuck about work. And then now I'm trying to buy tickets to see Black Keys and Modest Mouse, because that's going to be a fucking lit show. I hope it means that Modest Mouse has some kind of material out, or coming out. They keep DMing people with like some random ass riddle clue. It's like, what's small but big? And I was like, Mod Dick. But why the fuck would I say that? But Modest Mouse, I can't fucking wait for that shit. If it wasn't so expensive, you could probably catch my ass going around tour, because I think they have like Columbus and Pittsburgh and shit on there. And I said, next time Modest Mouse tours, I'm definitely going fucking door-to-door vacuum salesman style, traveling around with them. Probably next headliner, I'll do that. I'll quit my job, quit school, just run around and say, well, all the time. That sounds like a very viable situation to put myself in. And I had mentioned last time that I had become obsessed with collecting vinyl. My wallet didn't agree with me, and now I've become obsessed with expanding my CD collection. So if you have any suggestions on where I could get some cheap CDs in my area or online, do that shit. Do I have a slingshot? Jesus Christ, my pockets are full. Ugh, I thought I had to burp. There it is. Get in my belly. Oh, fuck. So we have to talk about LaWashed, because I don't know what's going on there, but the bitterness in me is kind of happy about it, but then the basketball and LeBron fan in me is like, oh, damn, that sucks, because the Lakers' downfall is the weirdest situation I've ever seen. It's definitely the worst team he's ever been on, and I loved when he signed there. Everyone's like, oh, it's way better than the fucking supporting cast he had with the Cavs last season. And then I'm like, yeah, fucking watch all these guys. Rondo, JaVale McGee, Michael Beasley gets fucking exiled. They fucking trade Zubac for fucking Mike Muscala. Why would you ever do that? Why? I understand that you need shooting, but you couldn't have gotten anybody else, like a more reliable shooter. What does Zubac shoot for his career? 29%? Or Muscala, I'm sorry. Did I say? I thought I said Zubac. I don't know. I wanted to sell some shit. At least something to clear my pockets. But it's just a funny situation that... No, I want to keep that. That... I mean, like, I'm sad because I love LeBron, but you shouldn't have left. You shouldn't have left. But another thing that we could talk about sports-wise is the Browns' uprising. LeBron had to leave town. The Cavs and Indians had to die so the Browns could live, is a tweet that I've seen, because both organizations have just taken a big shit in their pants. But we got Odell Beckham Jr., and we got some solid defensive pieces too. And we got Kareem, which I know a lot of people are fired up about. I never talked to him, but I went to school with him. He was 2 years ahead of me, I want to say. But I've heard some conflicting stories. Some say he was a really nice dude, some say he was kind of an ass, but I don't know. There is two sides to every story, I like to believe. Obviously, I was raised by a hardcore feminist. My mother is all about that shit, as am I. When I met Shelly, I actually found out that she was a hardcore feminist, and I was like, that's probably why I like you. You're supposed to... I've always heard that men will date people like their mother, and women will date people like their father, and I act a lot like her dad, which it's just a weird situation. But I fuck hard with women's rights, is what I'm saying. And I don't know. I think Kareem can be good for the team, so long as he doesn't do anything else stupid. And the Browns, maybe this regime will have a better track record, but previous teams, their players would spiral out of control, like Josh Gordon or Kellen Winslow or Johnny Manziel. The list goes on and on. Fucking plenty of players in Browns history that have had off-field troubles. So hopefully Kareem is not one of them. If he does great and he looks like the player that he was in Kansas City, doesn't have any off-field issues, he definitely would be like that hometown hero type deal. And I think a lot of people that are like criticizing the Browns for signing him will be like, huh? What did he do? Like one of those moments where they'll just fucking forget it ever happened, which is fucked up, but you know, I'm the type of person that can separate art from the artist. Like Brand New, I still love Brand New, even though Jesse Lacey's a total fucking creeper. Definitely still fuck hard with Brand New. The same goes for athletes. Love Kobe Bryant. Love Kareem Hunt. Are they assholes? Yes. But one last thing here. Well, actually two last things. Some albums I've been fucking with recently that have come out are Ammo from Bring Me the Horizon and what is Emarosa's album called? Emarosa has a new album out. think I'm saying their name right. It's the band that Johnny Craig used to be in after Dance Gavin Dance. I fuck hard with their new album. And Rational, which is Knuckle Puck and Real Friends. It's a super group between the two. They just dropped a full length. Next month looks really great for fucking albums. It's like Pack and Heart Attack Man, and there was another really good one too around the same time. The Main has a new album coming out at the end of the month, I think. I think it comes out the 29th. Shelly's really excited. It's one of her favorite bands. When we went to Warp, we split up, and I went and saw, was it Crown the Empire? It was either Crown the Empire or I don't remember who the fuck it was. I think it was Crown. And she went and saw the Main, and she said they were super good. And I never really got into them before I started dating her. But that was like the same with like Mayday Parade, and even like bands like newer bands like Trophy Eyes. I probably wouldn't have been into them as soon as like as fast as I was. I mean, I would have eventually heard The American Dream, but when I started dating her, I had their music, and I put Chlorine on one of these CDs that I made for her, and she was like, holy shit, I really like this song, which is really weird for her because she doesn't really like heavier music, and that was pretty heavy for Shelly, because John has some aggressive vocals sometimes, more in their earlier stuff than on Chemical Miracle, but there are some moments on that record where his voice gets kind of harsh sounding, you know? But when she said she liked that song a lot, I was like, ooh, shit. So then I started listening more to Trophy Eyes, and then I was like, ooh, I fucking love Trophy Eyes. And ever since then, they've been one of my favorite bands. But what was I talking about? Sad Summerfest is the last thing I want to mention here. If that is the new Warped Tour replacement, it's rumored to be like Mayday Parade, The Wonder Years, all-time low, I think I've seen rumored in that. The Main, Forever the Sickest Kids, Every Avenue. Oh, there's somebody else really good. I think it's supposed to be like a traveling festival, like in the vein of Warped Tour. And I'm really upset that Self-Help is not anywhere near me this year. Even if it was in like Philadelphia, I probably would have went to it. It depends what the bands that are on the bill look like, if I will fly out anywhere or not. Because now I have not the ability to so much as like the friend to go with, because now Shelly will fly. Because before Florida, she was all like, oh, I'll never fly. So we'll probably, if it's in California, well, it is in California, it's in San Bernardino. If the lineup is good enough, if like bands like Trophy Eyes, and who else does she like that she might go out there for? Like, I think Knuckle Puck's been on there before. If not, like Mayday Parade is one that she loves. Shit like that. I might be able to convince her to go, depending on when it is. But then Japan is probably the next step. I would love nothing more than to go there with her. But anyways, I hope to keep making videos more often. If I have got the time, I definitely will. Maybe I will record some GameCube shit, like this weekend or something. But anyways, I'm Good Old Fashioned Cola. Thanks for listening to me blabber about bullshit, and I will see you guys back here next time.